how motivated sellers are using AI. Who is, and then put your business in there. Is company legit? What are my options to sell my house fast? Or what are my options to get an iced caramel macchiato at what shop in Cedar Lake, Indiana? These are the things that they're going to be looking for. The funny part about this section is I did this on purpose. As I was building my presentation, I told ChatGPT everything that I wanted to do for my presentation. And I said, I want you to build my last few slides. Just give me the information. I'm just literally going to copy and paste it straight from there. I didn't modify anything. And the results that it gave were actually pretty astounding. So why does AI actually need your content to trust you? And I already kind of explained this, but very simply put, ChatGPT and search engines can only pull from what exists. It's the same principles as search engines like Google, or if you go to YouTube and you look up how to change the headlight on a Honda Civic, and it pulls up results. But ChatGPT basically is going to take context from multiple different sources, put it together, and then give you an answer. That's what it's doing. Whereas if I go to YouTube and I search that, if I went to YouTube to search for how to make healthy chicken nuggets from an air fryer, it's going to give me like 20,000 different video options with recipes, and all have like different context to them. They're using different ingredients, stuff like that. But what if the one that I clicked on said use almond flour, but I didn't have almond flour? Well, that's why I went to ChatGPT and said, I don't got almond flour. What can I use as a substitute? I wouldn't have been able to have that dialogue with a YouTube video as a search result. So that's the difference here. That's how ChatGPT and AI search results are actually pulling from what exists. If you haven't published content, you can't be cited. So if I were to be looking for a coffee shop where I can get Gabby an iced caramel macchiato, and it's reputable, and it's not Starbucks, and it's not Dunkin' Donuts, then if there's a local coffee shop, but they've never put out any content or any information about their menu items or anything like that, AI is not going to look for it. AI is not well, they're going to look for it, but they're not going to find anything. AI will not find any of those items that potentially are on the menu, even if they do have it, but it's never been made public on the internet. It's not even going to show them as a search result. But the next one, the next coffee shop down the street, if they did put it out there and they do have reviews, somebody reviewed and said, I got an iced caramel macchiato and it was fantastic. Make sure you get it with the oat milk instead of almond milk. It's going to pull that and show that to us. Content equals authority in the eyes of AI. This is important because AI, because of those first two, is that AI is only going to pull from what exists. So if you don't have anything that exists, then you're not going to be cited. Then you're not going to have any kind of credibility with AI, and you're going to fall behind. That's why all of what we talked about this week with creating content is so damn important, is because you need to build authority, not just in your consumer's eyes, but through AI as a platform, because consumers trust AI. So if AI is going to give the consumer an answer and it's your service or your product, that's amazing. You're going to have already an open door with that customer. Now it's just on you to deliver product correctly, but that's what you want. So example here is Company A has 10 YouTube videos answering seller questions. Company B has a logo and a 3-page website. 3-page website sounds great, but that's not a lot of content. Who does ChatGPT trust? This is literally, I copy and pasted this straight from ChatGPT. You trust Company A. And the reason is because those 10-minute videos, or those 10 YouTube videos, even if they're 5 minutes a piece, that's 50 minutes of content that it's pulling from, transcribed content. That's what it's trusting. So that's why content is so important with AI. So the right type of content to win in AI search. AI prioritizes YouTube and video content. So you can also throw podcasts in there because that's audio video. Platforms like ChatGPT often pull responses from YouTube because it's the second largest search engine owned by Google. Video titles, descriptions, and even transcripts are indexed. Every single piece of video content or audio content you put out there is getting indexed and transcribed and then indexed. So giving AI rich data to use when answering questions. That's why the definition of content marketing, answering questions, still stands true to this day. So transcripts feed the AI. Every word you say in a video gets transcribed and indexed by AI models. That means your exact phrasing, explanations, and expertise, and we could say context, can be quoted directly by tools like ChatGPT when a seller asks a question. You guys following with me? Does this make sense now?